ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಸ್ ಮಾಲೀಕರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವರೆಲ್ಲ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡಿ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಪ್ಲೀಸ್, ಊಟ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವರೆಲ್ಲ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಮಾನ್ಯ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಧೀಶರು ಮತ್ತು ಉಪಲೋಕಾಯುಕ್ತರ ಒಂದು ಕಿರು ಪರಿಚಯವನ್ನ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಮೂಲಕ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ನ್ಯಾಯಾಧೀಶರು ಮತ್ತು ಈಗ ಹಾಲಿ ಉಪಲೋಕಾಯುಕ್ತರು ಆದಂತ ಶ್ರೀ ಬಿ ವೀರಪ್ಪ ಅವರ, ಜಸ್ಟಿಸ್ ವೀರಪ್ಪ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಕಿರು ಪರಿಚಯ ತಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಇದೆ. ನಂತರ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರಿ ಅವರ ಮುಂದಿನ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಅನುವು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು.
We are truly honored to welcome a towering figure in the Indian judiciary. Our chief guest, Honorable Mr. Justice B. Veerappa sir, has served the legal system with distinction, wisdom and a deep commitment to justice. Presently, he is serving as the Upalokayukta of Karnataka, relentlessly working to uphold justice and fight against corruption, especially striving to bring justice to the poor and the general public. Known for his profound knowledge, fair judgments and unwavering integrity, Justice B. Veerappa sir continues to be a strong pillar in the legal fraternity and an inspiration to many. As we gather here at the Southern Region Bus Owners Meet 2025, hosted by the Karnataka State Bus Owners Association, his gracious presence adds immense value and honor to this grand occasion. We extend our heartfelt respect and warm welcome to Honorable Mr. Justice B. Veerappa sir, a visionary, a voice for the voiceless and the true guardian of justice.
ಯಾರೋ ರಾಜಿ ಮೈಕ್ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳು. ರಾಜಿ ದಿಲೀಪ್ಗೆ ಮೈಕ್ ರಿಸೀವರ್ ಕಳ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳು. ಹಲೋ ರಾಜಿ ಸರ್, ದಿಲೀಪ್ಗೆ ಮೈಕ್ ರಿಸೀವರ್ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳು. ರಾಜಿ ಹಲೋ ರಾಜಿ ದಿಲೀಪ್ಗೆ ಮೈಕ್ ರಿಸೀವರ್ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳು. ಮೈಕ್ ರಿಸೀವರ್.
ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಈ ಹೈಲೈಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಇಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇದನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್. ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಬಸ್ ಮಾಲೀಕರ ಸಂಘದಿಂದ ಈ ದಿನ ಆಯೋಜಿಸಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸದರನ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಬಸ್ ಓನರ್ಸ್ ಮೀಟ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಉಚ್ಚ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯದ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಧೀಶರೂ ಆದಂಥ ಶ್ರೀ ಬಿ ವೀರಪ್ಪ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಆಗಮಿಸಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದೇ ಒಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಒಂದು ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರದ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ತಮ್ಮ ಪೆನ್ನನ್ನೇ ಖಡ್ಗವನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬಳಸಿಕೊಂಡಂಥ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅದು ತಪ್ಪಾಗಲಾರದು. 2000 ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರದ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾಗಳು ಬಂದಾಗ, ಈಗ ಬಂದಿರುವಂಥ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರದ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಒಂದು ಧ್ವನಿಯನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಾಹೇಬರು 2014 ತಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಜಡ್ಜ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರ ಎಂಬುದು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ, ಕರಪ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ತಮ್ಮ ಜಡ್ಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಾವು ಬರೆದು ಉಲ್ಲೇಖ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ಜಡ್ಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬರೆದಿದ್ರು. ಈ ಒಂದು ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ತಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಾರಿಗೆಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂಥ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮು, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಮಗಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ತೊಂದರೆಗಳು, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂಥ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪರೆನ್ಸಿಯನ್ನು ಇವತ್ತು ಇಲಾಖೆ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಮಾನ್ಯ ಜಸ್ಟಿಸ್ ಬಿ ವೀರಪ್ಪ ಅವರು ಉಪಲೋಕಾಯುಕ್ತರಾಗಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಇದನ್ನು ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಿದ ನಂತರ ಅವರು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಯವೈಖರಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ತಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮಗಳ ಮೂಲಕ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ, ನೋಡಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಒಂದು ಇವತ್ತು ಸಾರಿಗೆ ಇಲಾಖೆಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ನಡೆದಂಥ ಏನು ಹಾವೇರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದಂಥ ರೇಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮಾಲೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಕೋಲಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ರೇಡುಗಳಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇದರಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಪ್ನವಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಇವತ್ತು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಕನಸಿನಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಜಸ್ಟಿಸ್ ಬಿ ವೀರಪ್ಪ ಅವರವರಿಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಲಾರದು. ಇವತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಧ್ವನಿಯಾಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಧ್ವನಿಯೇ ಇಲ್ಲದಂತೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರದ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಹೋರಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಮಾತಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ತಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಲವು ಹೋರಾಟಗಳಲ್ಲಿ 2023ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಘ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೋರಾಟಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಧ್ವನಿಯನ್ನು ಯಾವ ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿ ಧ್ವನಿಯನ್ನು ಎತ್ತಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಬಸ್ ಮಾಲೀಕರು ನೋಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾಗಿ ಅವರೇ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾನು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಾನು ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಸಾಹೇಬರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸಿ ಒಂದೆರಡು ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನ ಆಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Before going the written English speech, I want to say some words in Kannada, my Kannada language. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆರೆದಿದ್ದಂತಹ 5 ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳ ಬಸ್ ಮಾಲೀಕರಾದ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ತೆ. ಈ 5 ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳಿಂದ ಬಂದಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿಗೆ, ಮಾಧ್ಯಮ ಮಿತ್ರರಿಗೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಹನೀಯರಿಗನ್ನ ನಾನು ವಂದಿಸಿ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆಸೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟು ನನ್ನ ರಾಜ್ಯ, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಬ್ರದರ್ಸು, 5 ಸ್ಟೇಟಿಂದ ಬಂದಂಥವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬ್ರದರ್ಸು. ಆದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರೀ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ತಮಿಳ್ನಾಡಿಂದ ಬಂದಂಥ ಓನರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆಂಧ್ರದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕೇರಳದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಶರ್ಮಾ ಅವರು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಈ ಒಂದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಬಂದು 4 ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದಾಗ ಯಾರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವೆ, ಏನು ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸದರ್ನ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಬಸ್ ಓನರ್ಸ್ ಮೀಟ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಶರ್ಮಾ ಎತ್ಕೊಡಿ. ಕರಪ್ಷನ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನಲ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿ ವೇ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪರೆನ್ಸಿ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಈ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಂದರು ಒಂದೇ, ಈ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಂದರು ಒಂದೇ, ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೆರೆ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಬಸ್ ಮಾಲೀಕರಿಗೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಬಯಸಿ, ಈ ಕನ್ನಡ ನಾಡು, ನುಡಿ, ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ತನ್ನದೇ ಆದ ಒಂದು ಅಧ್ಯಾಯವನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದು ಇತಿಹಾಸ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರು ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೊದಲು ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲರೂ ನೆರೆದಿತ್ತಂತ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಎದ್ದು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಂತಾದಂತಹ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಆದಂತಹ ನಕ್ಸಲೈಟ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮಿಂದ, ಟೆರರಿಸ್ಟ್ಗಳಿಂದ 26 ಜನ ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. ಆ ಟೆರರಿಸ್ಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಹೊಡೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸೈನಿಕರು 7 ಜನ ಮೃತಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ನಮನವನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿ 1 ನಿಮಿಷ ಸೈಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಅಪ್ಪಣೆ ಮೇರೆಗೆ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. 1 ನಿಮಿಷ ನಾವು ಮೌನವನ್ನು ಆ ನಮ್ಮ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಸೋಲ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಪಣೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ವಿನಂತಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್. ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ ಬಂದು ಸುಮಾರು 78 ವರ್ಷ ಕಳೆಯಿತು. ಆ ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಹಿರಿಯರು, ಫೋರ್ ಫಾದರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್, ರಕ್ತ ತರ್ಪಣೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಹೋರಾಟಿ ನಮಗೆ 1947ರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ ಬಂತು. ಆ ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ ಬರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಹಿರಿಯರ ರಕ್ತ ಕಾಲುವೆ ಹೋಗಿದೆ. ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರು ಅಷ್ಟು ಸುಲಭವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೇತಾಜಿ ಸುಭಾಷ್ ಚಂದ್ರ ಬೋಸ್, ಡೂ ಆರ್ ಡೈ, ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅಹಿಂಸಾವಾದ, ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಅಹಿಂಸಾ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ನಾವು ಡೂ ಆರ್ ಡೈ, ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಎರಡು. ಆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಮಹಾನುಭಾವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಪೂರ್ವಿಕರು ನಾವು ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರ ಪೂರ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾರತ ಬರೀ 18% ಮಾತ್ರ ವಿದ್ಯಾವಂತರಿದ್ದರು. ಇವಾಗ 80% ವಿದ್ಯಾವಂತರಾಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆ 80% ವಿದ್ಯಾವಂತರಲ್ಲಿ 90% ಕೇಸುಗಳು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು, ಗಲಾಟೆಗಳಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು, ಮೋಸ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ವಿದ್ಯಾವಂತರಿಂದ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಡಿ ವಿ ಗುಂಡಪ್ಪನವರು ಒಂದು ಮಾತು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಈ ದೇಶ ಏನಾದರೂ ಅಧೋಗತಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾವಂತ ಮೋಸಗಾರರಿಂದ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಅದನ್ನು ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ಮೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಸಂತೋಷ. ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಆತ್ಮ ವಿಮರ್ಶೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಸ್ ಓನರ್ಸ್, ಮಾಲೀಕರು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ಸಮಾಜದ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಎದೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಮುಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ನೆಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬದುಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಾ ಅಂತ ತೋರ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋವಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್. ಇವತ್ತು ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಿ ಅರಿಶಿನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇವತ್ತು ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಿ ನಾಳೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆನೆ ವಾರಪಿಂಡಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸೈನಿಕರು. ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಇವತ್ತು ಮಗು ಜನ್ಮ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅಪ್ಪ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾನೆ ಮಿಲಿಟರಿಯಿಂದ, ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಕಾಲು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ದೇಶ ಮುಖ್ಯ. ಇವತ್ತು ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಿ ನಾಳೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಅವನು ಯೋಧ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ನನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೈಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿ ಎನಿಮೀಸ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೈಟ್ ವಾರ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೈಟ್. ಆ ಕೆಚ್ಚು ಸೈನಿಕರಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಒಂದು ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ನೋಡಿದೆ. ಬೆಳಗಾಂ ಒಬ್ಬ ಯೋಧ 38 ಬುಲೆಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ದೂರಿದೆ, ಆದರೂ ಬದುಕಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸಾಯಿಸೋನೊಬ್ಬರು ಇದ್ದರೆ ಉಳಿಸೋನೊಬ್ಬರು ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. 30 ಬುಲೆಟ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಬಲಗೈ ತೆಗೆದುಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಲೈವ್. ಒಂದು ಕೈಯಿಲ್ಲ, 2 ಕಾಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ನಮ್ಮ ಸೈನಿಕರು, ಮಾಜಿ ಸೈನಿಕರು, ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ ಭಾರತಾಂಬನ ಉಳಿಸೋಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೂ ಸಿದ್ಧ ಅಂತ ರೆಡಿಯಾಗಿ ಹೋಗಕ್ಕೆ ರೆಡಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕಾಲು ಕೈ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ನಾವು ದೇಶ ತ್ಯಾಗ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಸೈನಿಕರು ಎಲ್ಲ 4 ದಿಕ್ಕುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ರಣಹದ್ದುಗಳಂತೆ 1 ನಿಮಿಷ ಯಾಮಾರಿದ್ರು ನಾವ್ಯಾರು ಇಷ್ಟು ಸುಖವಾಗಿ ಇರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಷ್ಟು ನೆಮ್ಮದಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸೈನಿಕರ ಕಾರಣ. ಅವರಿಗಿರೋ ಒಂದು ದೇಶಭಕ್ತಿ ಕೆಚ್ಚು ನಮಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಈ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪರೆನ್ಸಿ ಆ ಕರಪ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪಿಡುಗಾಗಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಯಾವ ಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದು ನಾವು 180 ಕಂಟ್ರಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾನು ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ. ಅವ್ರ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇವತ್ತು ತಾಳಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿ ನಾಳೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಪಣೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ರೆಡಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ನಾವು ಈ ದೇಶದ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರವಾಗಿ ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಲ್ಲ, ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ? ನಾವು ನೆಟ್ಟು ಬದುಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಾ ಅಂತ. ನಾವು ನೆಟ್ಟು ಬದುಕ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ದಿನನಿತ್ಯ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಕೊಡುಗೆ ಏನು ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ? ನೀವು ಓನರ್ ಆಗಿ, ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿ, ಕಾನೂನುಬದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಏನು ಬೇಕೋ ಮಾಡಿ, ಕಾನೂನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಸೈನಿಕರ ಮುಂದೆ, ಅವರ ತ್ಯಾಗದ ಮುಂದೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ತೃಣ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಆ ಒಂದು ಕೆಚ್ಚನ್ನು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರು ಬೆಳೆಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ನೌ ಟೈಮ್ ವಾರೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಶೋ ಯುವರ್ ಪೇಟ್ರಿಯಾಟಿಸಮ್ ಟು ದಿ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲದೇ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರು ಇಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರು ಬಂದು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಆಳೋ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಬರೆದುತ್ತೆ. ಎಚ್ಚೆತ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನಾವು. ಗಂಟೆ 2019, 2021ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಬಂದು ಇಡೀ ಪ್ರಪಂಚವನ್ನೇ ಅಲ್ಲಾಡಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಆವಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿವಸ ನನಗೆ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ಓ ನಮ್ಮ ಜನ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಆ 21 ಮುಗಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಥಾಸ್ಥಿತಿ ನಾಯಿ ಬಾಲು ಟಂಕ ಅಂತ ಶುರುವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಯಾಕೆ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಆತ್ಮಸಾಕ್ಷಿಯಾಗಿ ಬದುಕ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೋರಾಟ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಮತ್ತು ಅಂತಸ್ತು, ಆ ಎರಡು ಜೀವ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋದಂತ. ಲೈಫ್ಲೆಸ್, ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಲೈಫ್ಲೆಸ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೋರಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬದಿಗಿಟ್ಟು ದೇಶಭಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಸ್ಕೊಂಡು, ನಾನು ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಆನ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸು ನ್ಯಾಯವಾಗಿ ಬದುಕ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರತಿಜ್ಞೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಮುಂದೆ ನಾವು ಬದುಕೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ ಬ್ರದರ್ಸ್ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗುತ್ತೆ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಟು ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್. ಈ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪರೆನ್ಸಿ ಆರ್ ಕರಪ್ಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಟ್ರೇಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ದಿ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ರಾಜ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ 1858 to 1947, when the British introduced a system of patronage and favoritism, which laid the foundation for corruption. This period excluded Indian citizens from political participation, dividing the country into districts and provincial governments controlled by the commissioner. Post-independence era saw a rapid economic growth and a change in the politics, but also a heavy regulation, licensing, which has allowed corruption to flourish. This has effectively suppressed market competition and led to an increased bribery. The period leading to up to 1991 was considered license Raj, which refers to a system of tight government regulations and control over the Indian economy. The funds received from the licensing were diverted from important public programs into pockets of the elites. This has contributed to a transfer black money abroad into Swiss banks and international real estate. This explored economic growth has also created culture of impunity, where the bureaucrats and political figures engage a corruption without being held responsible. Furthermore, the lack of transparency in the government regarding such matters has made it difficult to address corruption. Corruption would include bribery, extortion, fraud, embezzlement, nepotism, cronyism, and appropriation of public assets and property of private use, influence peddling. In this list of corrupt behavior, activities such as fraud, embezzlement can be undertaken by an official alone without involvement of a second party, while others such as bribery, extortion, influence peddling involve two parties, giver and taker in a corrupt deal. Effects of corruption in India. Corruption has been a persistent issue in India with significant ramifications for its economy, society and political landscape. The key effects: 1. Economic impacts. Stupid growth. Corruption can hinder economic growth by discharging investment, reducing efficiency, distorting market mechanism, inefficient resource allocation. Corrupt practices can lead to resources being misallocated, favoring certain individuals, groups for others, and preventing optimal utilization. Increased costs. Corruption often results higher costs for business and consumers as bribes, kickbacks are passed on in the form of inflated prices. Reduced tax revenue. Corruption can lead to tax evasion, avoidance, reducing the governance revenue and limiting its ability to provide public services. 2. Social impacts. inequality and injustice. Corruption can exacerbate inequality by benefiting wealthy and powerful at the expense of the poor and the marginalized. Erode trust. Corruption undermines the trust in the government institutions, leading to social unrest and decline civic participation. Reduce access to services. Corruption can hinder access to essential public services such as healthcare, education, infrastructure, particularly for those living in rural area or from disadvantaged backgrounds. 3. Political impact. Weaken democracy. Corruption can undermine democratic principles by eroding rule of law, favoring special interests over the public good. Political instability. Corruption can lead political instability, social unrest as citizens become disillusioned with the government and its inability to address their concern. Corruption cycles. Corruption creates various cycles where the corrupt practices perpetuate themselves and make it difficult to implement reforms. Corruption in public administration. Historically, the institution of culture, public administration has been a system of protection against the corruption, prevention, efforts within the control of the public administration are often engaged at associating the professional integrity, public officials. That's why corruption regarded as adversary to the purpose of public administration. The corruption is widespread in India. India has been ranked 96 out of 190 countries in Transparency International's 2024 Corruption Perception Index (CPI). Corruption has taken a role of a pervasive aspect of Indian politics and bureaucracy. The economy of India was under socialist inspired policies for an entire generation from 1950 until 1980. The economy was shackled by extensive regulation, protectionism and public ownership, leading to pervasive corruption and slow growth. Since 1991, economic liberalization in India has reduced red tape and bureaucracy, supported transition towards a market economy, transformed the growth with high growth rate. However, although the Indian economy has become fourth largest in the world, the growth is uneven across socio-economic groups. Poverty is still on. Endemic, deep-rooted corruption is a major factor for most social and political ills. It is a serious threat not to just sustainable economic growth, but also socio-political fabric of the country. In Indian civilization, corruption has caused maximum suffering to the humankind. In ancient Indian history, the great Indian philosopher Kautilya says, I quote, "Just as it is not possible not to taste honey or poison put on the surface of the tongue, so it is not possible for the government servant dealing with money not to taste it, however small quantity." On the difficulties of corruption detention, Kautilya said, I quote, "Just as a fish just as a fish moving underwater cannot possibly be found out either as a drinking or not drinking water. So the government servant employed in the government works cannot be found out taking money. After the independence, corruption is widespread Indian bureaucratic and political system. Feel last small point to apex. According to international report, much amount of Indian black money deposited in tax haven foreign banks, if which come to India, then the annual budget of India can be made out tax lies to next to 30 years. It is surmisal that how such widespread present in India after independence. In recent years, so many major scandals involving high-level public officials have shaken Indian public services. One, coal allotment scam, 1.86 crores. Two, 2G spectrum camp, 1.76 crores, 1,76 crores. Commonwealth Games, 70,000 crores. Mega black money laundering scam, 70,000 crores. Adarsh housing scam, 18,978 crores. Stamp paper scam, 20,000 crores. Bopa scam, 400 million. Pada scam, 950 crores. Hawala scam, 8,000 crores. Satyam scam, 14,000 crores. Stock market scam, 3,500 crores. Madhu Koda scam, 4,000 crores. Because of all these scams, Indian government enacted the Prevention Corruption Act 1947. But the act is not properly implemented. The corruption in our country is a growing menace, and PC Act, being a welfare legislation, is required to be interpreted, keeping in mind the object and spirit of the statute. In furtherance of the fight against corruption, a broad interpretation of provisions of the statute required. The offender under the PC Act can be invoked not only against public servant but also against a person who by virtue of his office has discharged public duty. The High Court and Supreme Court time and again said corruption in our country not only poses a grave danger to the concept of the constitutional governance, it also threatens the very foundation of the Indian democracy and rule of law. It is high time to curb the menace of corruption, which is very dangerous to the future generation than disease of cancer, to implement the object and spirit of Prevention of Corruption Act. If a public servant who is convicted for corruption is allowed to continue to hold public office, he would impair the morale of the other person manning such office. Consequently, that would erode already shaken confidence of the people of the institution, besides demoralizing the other honest public servants who would either be colleagues or subordinates of the concerned convicted person. If honest public officers are compelled to take orders from the proclaimed corrupt officer on account of suspension of the conviction, the fallout would be one shaky the system itself. what are the measures to remove the corruption? Corruption is a cancer which every Indian must try to cure. Many new leaders declare their determination to eradicate corruption, but soon they themselves become corrupt and start amassing huge wealth. Many people become materialistic and many oriented. There is no importance of ethics, morals in business dealing. These kinds of people have no more moral accountability to anybody about society or nation. To conclude, there is a much better grasp today of the extent to which corruption is a system of fundamental institutions, weakness to the Indian society. Instead of tackling such symptom with a narrow intervention, designated, eliminated, it increasingly understood that the approach ought to address broad set of fundamental institutions determination. However, the challenge of integrating this understanding with participatory process has barely begun. The implementation of institutional reforms can benefit significantly from the participatory process that is being developed for anti-corruption process. However sophisticated, hard to lead concrete results beyond enhanced participation, heightened awareness, identifying institutional reforms in India, mobilizing support. Such reforms needs to be fully integrated into the participatory process from very early, so on. Therefore, corruption is intractable problem in India. It is like diabetes, which can only control but not only eliminated. It may not be possible to root out corruption completely at all the levels, but it is possible to concerned person contain it within tolerable limits. Honest and dedicated persons in public life control overall electoral expenses could sum up the important prescriptions to combat corruption. Coming to our real problem between the bus owners of all 5 states and the department officials. Supervision of movement of vehicles without permit to transport minor minerals. Being a member, CABS Act, they are not doing their job. Issuing illegal driving license through driving schools to the persons who are not qualified and residents all states results more accidents. Illegal transportation of sand, stones, no GPS for minor mineral transport vehicles in all the states. Some states, of course, there is no minor. No action is taken to prevent movement of old vehicles. Recently, RTO officers, the state of Karnataka, were collecting bribe at Srirangapatna, Udupi, telecasted in all the news channels. Take action against the vehicles in respect to lapses of fitness certificates. School buses, other vehicles engage transport of school children to be taken care about FC and guidelines issued by Supreme Court. All the school buses, other vehicles engaged in transport school children to be registered under the motor vehicles conditions vehicles engaged in transport of school children amendment rules. Not prevented stickers and name plates in respect of presidents and secretaries of private organizations upon the vehicle number plate. the private bus owners obtaining permit for contract carriage one place to other, but used stage carriages, local trips, violating permits. One bus number they will take permission, they will run so many buses. One tipper lorry, one number, he will run same number 10 lorries. During festival, it's a festival for bus owners. Don't mistake me, sir. During festival for the people in all 4 states, a festival for the bus owners, contract carriages, for charging exorbitant fares, passengers more than 3-4 original fare. Today we have another subject, GST, compliance of GST. If you collect 500 rupees per ticket, ordinary ticket, festival days you collect 2,000, 4,000. Will you pay GST, sir? No. And most of the vehicles overconnect. For example, after I become Upalok Ayukta, I am observing, at least in Karnataka, the tipper lorries, they provide only minimum 5 tons, they will take 10 tons. Officers also colluded. The corruption, not only the department, public itself, everybody involved in corruption, including ordinary man. When you are franchise your vote by taking money, it is not corruption. Now time warrants every Indian just introspect yourself to know you are corrupt or not. While taking money, exercising your vote is amount to corruption. You are getting corrupt politicians, corrupt officials. All the officials come where? From the society. Society should change first. We should change first. We should start living with honesty. I said earlier, everybody is fighting only for the money, 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 and power, power, power. What for? Ultimately, big zero. Nothing. It is now time, sir. All the bus owners, officials, please, I am requesting you, retrospect yourself, introspect yourself. Please be honest. If you are honest, no need to pay single pay any official. If you are dishonest, then you have to pay. He will take advantage. Challenge. If a bus owner is honest, there are honest buses. I have seen honest buses more trouble. Honest bus owners face more trouble. The corrupt officer is like a fire in the forest. Not only burn the dead wood, it will burn living wood also. If you are honest bus owner, doing your job, nobody can touch. Problem is within us. We are not honest. Every citizen, every officer, declare your assets. How many people we are declaring assets, sir? More than 30%, beyond 30%, nobody declare. Lakhs of people, owners, bus owners, politicians, they are not declaring their asset liabilities. First, we should be honest. Declare your assets. Then you can dare anybody. If you are not honest, what is moral courage to question any officer? If you are taking the buses, top luggage, center passengers, under the bus, again inside luggages, you are collecting fare 3 times, top, center and under. Is it fair on the bus owners? When you are not correct, then this person, checkpost, they will take advantage. Every inch, everywhere, without corruption, it's not possible to move about. My own confidence and trust today, at least, to put one seed in the field. After so many years, naturally, it will grow. That is my hope. One day, India become corrupt country. Otherwise, there is no survival. Sir, it is everybody infrastructure. We should start honest. If you are honest, either bus owner or any individual or any option, your children, your wife, your parents start respecting. If you are dishonest, only as long as money, power with you, people will respect. As soon as you lose your money, your wealth, you become nothing in the society. Please remember, don't give preference for the money. Please give preference to the ethics, honesty, patriotism. When soldiers praising their blood every second, what is our contribution, sir? Except taking bribe or living without moral ethics. Can we stand as a human being? Is it the contribution we are giving to our country? What moral? You are right. Don't mistake me, sir. By meeting this type of southern region bus owners meet, sir, please introspect the southern region 5 states, how to come out with honesty, integrity, dignity by bus owner. If all bus owners 5 states you are honest, let us see. We will ask the corruption. You should dare to not pay a single fine. I am honest. I am doing my job. I am running bus properly. I will not pay a single fine. Courts are there to protect you, sir. Please, I request all the August members here, pledge today. Start living with honesty. See the life of enjoyment. You will be enjoyed with all satisfaction. So many people I have seen in my life. They have earned crores, my own friends. They are big politicians. So many big officers. IAS, IPS. What is the use? I always inform the young students whenever I go colleges. If you are a 98% got marks, parents will be happy. If you become 100% corrupt, what is the use? I am a son of farmer. I just passed SSLC. Degree 2nd class. I am proud to say in front of you people, 5 states, I am honest to my core. I will not bend to anybody. If you are not honest, what is the use of 98% marks if 100% citizen of corruption? As IAS officer or IPS officer, any politician or S1. You should be proud, sir. Ultimately, you should live to your conscience. If you have no conscience, dead alive, no use. In our India, 63%, 96% dead alive, only they are living. What is the use? One small request to the bus owners, please. Supreme Court has given guidelines. School bus, especially school buses, are Spain to me to say that when I visited the various districts, the Karnataka state, some of the 5 districts, total 2,58,393 buses FC Express long back, 2008. Buses are still running. Is it not offense, sir? Either bus owners, school buses, cabs, whose expires FC should renew. Is it not lost to the government? Is it not lost to the public? If 50 children bus go outside without FC, without insurance, something happened, who will pay the compensation to the children? Please, I request all bus owners, please ensure your FC, your permit should be within the limits of law. If you are within the limits of law, nobody touch your air. Please remember, we are in the midst of the corruption. School bus must be written on the back, front and bus. School buses should be painted yellow. If it is aid bus on school day, should clearly indicate it. Bus must be first aid box. So many buses, including your own buses, no first aid box. I had an occasion when I just barged into the private bus, school bus. There's nothing in the bus. 58 children were there. Nothing in the bus. Compulsory, please maintain first aid in all buses. Either school bus or private operators, sir, please maintain. Window bus should be fitted with horizontal grills. School's name, telephone number must be written on the bus. There should be a qualified attendant in the bus to attend the children. The driver of the bus should be qualified. The driver of the bus should have at least 5 years experience. If once or twice accident occurred, please don't continue such drivers to your bus. As already said, India ranks 96 out of 180 countries in the Corruption Perception Index 2024. Denmark top of the list being least corruption, followed by Finland and Singapore. In India, overall 50% corruption. As per the India Corruption Survey 2019, our 5 states, Telangana 67% corruption, Andhra Pradesh 50%, Tamil Nadu 62%, Karnataka 63%, Maharashtra we are not concerned, Kerala at least 10%. Sir, these are the things. Now time has come. All the bus owners, every officer of 5 states, not only 5 states, entire India. Now we stood at 96th rank of 180 countries. Now time has come to eliminate this. Corruption is more dangerous than cancer. Cancer can be cured, not the corruption. The mindset of the Indian become corrupt. No patriotism. Please ensure the patriotism. Otherwise, there is no meaning for all this southern meets. These are association meet is nothing. You can only discuss your problems. At the same time, please discuss what is the violation. Yes, you have a problem with the departments, all the departments, not only transport department, in every department. I know now, real expense. Every day I am facing the problem. Everywhere, corruption is a menace. There is a problem for those owners. We can solve the problem by coordination of department. At the same time, please ensure you should maintain the permits properly. Don't encourage taking one permit bus running 10 buses. Don't encourage 3 luggages, top, center and inside. You want money, you get money only by truth and honesty. It will be there for generation. Dishonest money will ruin your generation, sir. I'm not making any shopper to you. It's happened. I used to tell the dishonest officers, corrupt officers, if an honest officer, 5 generations they will remember this man. If a dishonest officer, he will go, vanish one generation. Life consists reaction, reflection, resource. What you are giving to others will come back with us. With these words, thank you for the opportunity given for you people. Thank you for the Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ತಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ನಾನು ಮುಂದೆ ಇಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಾನು ಮಾನ್ಯ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಧೀಶರನ್ನು ಆಹ್ವಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಆಹ್ವಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಅವರೊಂದು ಮಾತನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು. ನೀನೆಷ್ಟು ದುಡ್ಡು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀಯ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ನಿನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ಎಷ್ಟೆಷ್ಟು ಹಣ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಒಂದಂತೂ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತೀನಿ, ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಅವರು ಚಿಕ್ಕಂದಿಂದ ನೋಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. తెలుగులో కూడా చెప్తాను, ఎందుకంటే ఇక్కడ తెలంగాణ మన ఆంధ్ర బస్సు ఓనర్లు చాలా ఎక్కువ ఉన్నారు. నేను మన న్యాయాధీశుల్ని పిలిచేయకపోయినప్పుడు, సార్ మీరు ఒక నా ఆహ్వానాన్ని తీసుకొని మీరు మన మీటింగ్కి రావాలి అని పిలిచినాను. అప్పుడు వాళ్ళు నన్ను అడిగినారు, నీ దగ్గర ఎన్ని కరెక్ట్ ఆఫీసర్లు డబ్బులు ఉన్నాయి, నువ్వెంతమంది డబ్బులు చేసినావు అని అడిగినారు. నేను వాళ్ళకి అప్పుడు చెప్పినాను, నన్ను చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి చూస్తున్నారు, నేను అలాంటి దావుకు వెళ్ళలేదు. నాకు ఇప్పుడు కూడా కర్ణాటకలో మన ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్లో నన్ను చూస్తే అధికారులకు అయ్యేదే లేదు. ఒకటి. రెండోది ఏమిటంటే, ఎందుకంటే వాళ్ళే చెప్పుకుంటారు, నటరాజ్ శర్మ అధ్యక్షుడు అయిన తర్వాత వీడు మన ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్కి నూకులు ఊడిస్తున్నాడు అంటారు. అంటే వీరికి తెలుసు నూకులు ఎప్పుడు ఇడుస్తారు అని ಅಲ್ಲ ಚೆಪ್ಪುಕೊಂಡಾರು. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ತಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, 2023ರಿಂದ ಸರ್ ನಾನು ತಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ನನ್ನ ಆತ್ಮಸಾಕ್ಷಿಯಿಂದ ಮತ್ತು ಅಂತಃಕರಣದ ಇದರಿಂದ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಾನು ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಸ್ಥಾನ ವಹಿಸಿದಾಗಲಿಂದ ಇದುವರೆಗೆ ತಾವು ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರ, ದಾರಿಯನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಅದೇ ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲೇ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ನನ್ನ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಸ್ಥಾನ ನಾನಿರೋ ತನಕ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲಿ ನಾನು ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಬೆಂಬಲ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. 2023ರಿಂದ ಇದುವರೆಗೆ ತನಕ 4ರಿಂದ 5 ಬಾರಿ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಸ್ಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರನೂ ನಾನು ₹1 ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ. ನನ್ನ ಈ 3 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ನನ್ನ ಅಧಿಕಾರಾವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿಂದ ಬಿಡಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಬಸ್ ಮಾಲೀಕರ ₹1 ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ ಬಸ್ ಮಾಲೀಕರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಫೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಟೀ ಕೂಡ ಕೊಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಬಯಸ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್.
ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರಿಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ನೀವು ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರ ಆಗಬೇಡಿ. ನಾವು ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರ ಆಗದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರ ಕೊಡೋ ಅವಕಾಶನೇ ಇದೆ. See, 95 I become Roman leader. 95 ಕೂಡ ಇನ್ನೂ every year declare my assessment. ನಾನು ಜಡ್ಜ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪೇಪರ್ ಮಾತು ಓನ್ಲಿ ಜಡ್ಜ್, ಕಾಮನ್ ಜಡ್ಜ್ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ every year assessment. ಉಪವಾಸ ಆದಾಗ ನಾನು ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನನ್ನ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಕಾಮ್ ನೋಬಡಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಯು. ನೀವು ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರ ನೀವು ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರ ಆಗಬೇಡಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಸರ್. ಖಂಡಿತ ತಮ್ಮ ಈ ಅಡ್ವೈಸನ್ನು ಖಂಡಿತ ನಾನು ಶಿರಸಾವಹಿಸಿ ಪಾಲಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್. ಮುಂದೆ ತಾವು ಹಾಕಿಕೊಟ್ಟಂಥ ಮಾರ್ಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಬಸ್ ಮಾಲೀಕರ ಸಂಘ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ತನಕ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ತನಕ ತಾವು ಹೇಳಿಕೊಟ್ಟಂಥ ಒಂದು ಗುಣಗಳನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಸ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ತಮಗೆ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಹಲವು ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿ ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ, ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ವಿಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ, ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಏನು ನ್ಯೂನತೆಗಳೇನಿದೆ, ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂಥ ತೊಂದರೆಗಳಿವೆ, ನಾವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಪ್ಪುಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂತ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಖಂಡಿತ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲ ಬಸ್ ಮಾಲೀಕರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ತಮಗೆ ನಾನು ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಸರಿದೂಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಪಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀಯ ಆಶ್ವಾಸನೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಸರ್.
ಸಾರಿಗೆ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಂಸ್ಥಿಕ ಸವಾಲು
ಪಕ್ಕದ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ తెలుగు జన పెట్టారు వాళ్ళు చెప్పేది ఒకటే కఠిన మైనది ధర్మం కన్ను లేని న్యాయం మనిషి చేయలేదు ధర్మం మనం న్యాయంగా బతికితే మనకు ఎవరేం చేసేది మీరంతా సూచించారు. జస్టిస్ చౌదరి ఎన్టీ రామారావు పోయింది, ఆయన ఎట్లా నడుస్తున్నట్లా మేము నడుస్తున్నాం. ఇంకా ఆయన సొంత కోరిన Those should be our moral courage. I'm honest with you. I not spare my family, my son, my brother. That you got to give partner. That should be your life. Apra mata wala na yapata goes. Allah. ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು ಬಂಗಾಳ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಲ್ಲ, ನಿಜವಾಗೂ ಆತನ ಬದುಕಿದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಂಗಾಳ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಾಗ ಬೇರೆಯವರೆಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡ ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನಕ್ಕಂತ ಜೀವನ ಆತನ ಭಾಳ ಬೇಡ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಐ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಬಸವನಸ್, ಸರ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ pledge today. We will try to live the honesty. Then nobody will come to us. We will eliminate this corruption in India. Please cooperate with me. ಧರ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾಪನೆಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ ನನಗೆಲ್ಲ ದೇವರ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು. ಎಂಟೈರ್ 5 states ಒಂದಾದರೆ ವಿಲ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಸರ್. ಈ 5 southern states ಮನಸ್ಸು ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ವಿಲ್ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ southern states will be the leader for entire India to eliminate corruption. ಅದೊಂದು ಮಾತು ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ಸಾರಿಗೆ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರ, ಸಾಂಸ್ಥಿಕ ಸವಾಲು ಹಾಗೂ ಮುಂದಿನ ದಾರಿ ಕುರಿತು ವಿಸ್ತೃತ ವಿವರಣೆ ನೀಡಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಪ್ರಾಮಾಣಿಕತೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಆತ್ಮಸಾಕ್ಷಿಯನ್ನು ಬಡಿದೆಬ್ಬಿಸಿದ ನಿವೃತ್ತ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿ ವೀರಪ್ಪ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಈಗ KSBOA ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಶ್ರೀಯುತರಿಗೆ ಸನ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡುವಂತೆ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ನಟರಾಜ್ ಶರ್ಮಾ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಮನವಿ. ಶ್ರೀಸಾಮಾನ್ಯನ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಧೀಶರೆಂದೇ ಹೆಸರುವಾಸಿಯಾಗಿರುವ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿ ವೀರಪ್ಪ ಅವರು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಹೈಕೋರ್ಟ್ನ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿ. ಅವರು ನಿರ್ಭೀತ ಮತ್ತು ನೇರ ನುಡಿಗೆ ಹೆಸರುವಾಸಿ. ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯದ ಸಭಾಂಗಣದಲ್ಲಿ ತಮ್ಮ ದಿಟ್ಟತನಕ್ಕೆ ನುಡಿಗೆ ಹುಲಿ ಎಂದೇ ಚಿರಪರಿಚಿತರು. ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಸಂಚಾರ ದಂಡದ ಮೇಲೆ ಶೇಕಡ 50% ರಿಯಾಯಿತಿ ಘೋಷಿಸಿ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿ ವೀರಪ್ಪ ಅವರ ಪಾತ್ರ ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾಗಿತ್ತು. He has exhibited boldness in his decisions, fearlessly taking complex legal issues and making tough choices that were in the best interest of justice. With an unyielding dedication to the law and deep understanding of its nuances, he has demonstrated the courage to stand up for what is right, even in the face of adversity. Thank you.
So thank you, sir, for wonderful, amazing information, knowledge, and a lot of the insight about the corruption in the transport. Thank you once again. Thank you. I think we should, a round of applause needed, because we got so much of knowledge in corruption in transport and how to live honestly. Justice Chaudhary, remember. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
ಇದುವರೆಗೂ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ.
Music, please.
ಆಟೋ ರಿಕ್ಷಾ ಒಬ್ಬರದನ್ನು ಇವತ್ತವರೆಗೂ ಕಾಪಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಸಭಾಂಗಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಕಾಪಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀರು ಕುಡಿದಿಲ್ಲ ಇವಾಗ. ಯಾಕೆ ತಾವು ಬಳ್ಳಾರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಭಾರಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ
ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬನ್ನಿ,
ಯಾವ ವಿಷಯ ಅಡ್ಡ ಆಗಲ್ಲ.
We are truly honored to welcome a towering figure in the Indian judiciary. Our chief justice, Honorable Mr. Justice B. Veerappa sir, has served the legal
ಫೋನ್ ಕೊಡಿ, ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡಿ.
ಜನರಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅಶ್ವಿನ್ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಗೋಪಾಲ್ ಫೋಟೋ ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಸರ್, ನೀವು ನಿಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿ
ಸಾರಿಗೆ ಇಲಾಖೆ ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತು ಅದೇ
ಗೋಪಾಲ್ రెడ్డి గారు మళ్ళీ నిజాం భాయ్ గారు అంత రావాలి. ಎಲ್ಲ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರುಗಳು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಫೋಟೋ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಅಮೂಲ್ಯವಾದ ಫೋಟೋ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಂತಹ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಭಾಳ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಅಶ್ವಿನ್ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಅವರು ಮತ್ತು ಉಳಿದಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ అధ్యక్షులు ಒಂದ್సారి ప్లీజ్ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡಿ. అన్ని రాజ్యాల అధ్యక్షులు మాత్రం దయచేసి స్టేజ్ బెంచ్కి వచ్చేయండి. సార్ జೊತೆ ఒకే ఒక ఫోటో. జీవితంలో మళ్ళీ మనకి ఎందరు వేరే దగ్గర తీసుకోవచ్చు, సార్ దగ్గర తెచ్చుకునేదానికి చాలా కష్టము. నరేష్ గారు కూడా దయచేసి అందరూ అధ్యక్షులు అంతా వచ్చేయండి. మరి మన ఇళంగవన్ సార్ మళ్ళీ అన్బలగన్ సార్ రండి, దయచేసి రండి.
ഇപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ മിസ്റ്റർ സിറാജ് സർ, കോൺട്രാക്ട് കാരേജ് ബസ് ഉടമസ്ഥർ കൂട്ടത്തിൻ്റെ അസോസിയേഷൻ പ്രസിഡന്റ്,
വേദിയിൽ ക്ഷണിക്കുന്നു. അങ്ങേർക്ക് നന്ദി സൂചകമായി സമ്മാനം കൈമാറാൻ ഞാൻ മിസ്റ്റർ ചന്ദ്രശേഖർ, ജനറൽ സെക്രട്ടറി, ബസ് ഉടമസ്ഥകളുടെ കൂട്ടായ്മ, വേദിയിലേക്ക്. ചന്ദ്രശേഖർ, ഓക്കെ. മിസ്റ്റർ സുരേഷ്, ജനറൽ സെക്രട്ടറി, ബസ് ഉടമസ്ഥകളുടെ കൂട്ടായ്മയെ വേദിയിലേക്ക് ക്ഷണിക്കുന്നു. മിസ്റ്റർ സിറാജ് അങ്ങേർക്ക് നന്ദി സൂചകമായി സമ്മാനം കൈമാറാൻ.
So, Mr. Suresh, sir, the General Secretary, request you to come on the stage, please. Suresh, sir, General Secretary of Karnataka Bus Owners Association, requesting you to come on the stage, please. I hope nobody is feeling sleepy, right? Hello? Can you raise your hands? Yeah, you are not sleeping, I know. If you feel sleepy, I will tell you an exercise. Tie your hand like this. Just tie. Tie, everybody. Tie your hand like this. If you are feeling sleepy, just give it a try. Then change the direction. Change the direction, your brain will get confused and your neurons will start working. Did you try? Is it working? You are awake? Say yes. Come on, make some noise and claps or something. How about people, those are standing and those are sitting in the behind, they are not making any noise here. Okay, do you want a special event next? Yes? Say yes. It is not at all audible. Yeah, whistling. We will like that. We will love that.
ಇನ್ನು ಕೆಲವೇ ಕ್ಷಣಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸಾರಿಗೆ ಸಚಿವರಾದ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ರಾಮಲಿಂಗಾರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಅವರು ಆಗಮಿಸಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗ ವಾಣಿಜ್ಯ ತೆರಿಗೆಗಳ ಜಂಟಿ ಆಯುಕ್ತರು ಇವರನ್ನು ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ಆಹ್ವಾನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಹಾಗೆ GST ಇಲಾಖೆಯ ನಿಯೋಜಿತ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಜೇಶ್ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ರಾಜೇಶ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ಬಿ ನಾಗರಾಜ್ ರಾವ್ ಅವರು.
I request Nagaraj Rao and Rajesh, please do come on the stage, please. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Can I have my laptop?
Yes, why not? But no power cord.
Not required.
GSTಯನ್ನು ಅನುಸರಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಸವಾಲುಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ಅಂತರರಾಜ್ಯ ಪ್ರವಾಸಿಗರಿಗೆ ಸಾರಿಗೆ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಮುಂದಿನ ದಾರಿ ಕುರಿತು ಮಾತನಾಡಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಬಿ ನಾಗರಾಜ್ ರಾವ್ ಅವರು. ಇವರು ವಾಣಿಜ್ಯ ತೆರಿಗೆಗಳ ಜಂಟಿ ಆಯುಕ್ತರು. ಇವರನ್ನು ಮಾತನಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊತೀನಿ.
Laptop.
I'll take this one.
Yeah. Good afternoon all. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ವಣಕಂ. After the brilliant session of our Honorable Justice, I would be taking you towards this GST. Slides, please.
Check. Can you hear me this? Can you hear in this? Can you hear? See?
Hello.
Before starting this GST session, I don't want to make this session boring and for a longer time. So, Kannadadalli ಮಾತಾಡಲ್ಲ, English is okay for all? Okay. I think you can see the Ghibli image. So, the bus owners may be proud now, and I would like to share that Mr. Kushal, he was a tenant at my house and now he is a proud bus owner. I saw him somewhere here. Now I am staying in the same place, but still I am in the department. So the topic that is given to me is challenges in GST compliance and the way forward for the interstate tourist transport sector. Before starting this session, I would just like to inform that rate of tax, especially for bus owner, is very simple. If it is AC, 5%. Without AC, exemption. If I give the entire vehicle for the, say for example, a software company, then there will be 18% and I can claim ITC. But if I am providing the fuel, then it will be 12% and also I can claim ITC on that. The very important question is about the interstate tourist transport. Next slide. The interstate tourist transport sector, it is playing an important role. It is supporting the domestic tourism, it is enhancing regional connectivity, and also it is giving a lot of employment. But certain challenges have been faced by these bus owners, and especially it is with respect to levy of whether it is SGST, CGST or IGST. In fact, it is very simple. If the levy is within the state, it is SGST and CGST. If it is interstate, it is IGST. Place of supply is very important. I have a slide for this, and I will be taking you into reverse charge mechanism and also the classification. The place of supply. In order to determine the place of supply, especially for interstate passengers, the passenger where he embarks the vehicle, that is the place of supply. If I am embarking the bus traveling to Tirupati from Bangalore, the place of supply will be Bangalore. Next slide. So we need to understand the difference between passenger transport and renting of motor vehicle. This passenger transport comes under SAC 9964. Here the predetermined routes and schedules are already fixed. I have given an example here. A bus operating on a fixed route from Bangalore to Mumbai, the GST will be 5%. If there is renting of motor vehicle with operator involving hiring of a vehicle for a period, here the hirer, he determines the usage. In that case, it will be either 5% without ITC or 12% with ITC. Next. If the bus is rented with operator, sometimes the fuel cost is also involved. If it is having the predetermined routes and schedules, the GST rate will be 5% with limited ITC. You know, ITC is available only for a few commodities, and 1% with full ITC. Very important thing is same line of business clarification should be there. That is, renting of motor vehicle, he can procure services from another service provider only within the SAC 9966. There is an example here. A tourist operator in Andhra Pradesh, he hires a bus from a transporter in Karnataka with a driver and fuel. If 5% GST is charged, the operator can claim ITC only on inward supplies of similar nature, that is renting and passenger. He cannot claim on ITC on leasing of vehicles. Next. I have received around 8 questionnaires from you, and I will be elaborating on this questionnaire after this. Next is on reverse charge mechanism. In fact, one of the person was saying that they are little bit confused with respect to reverse charge mechanism. Here, when a non-body corporate, it provides renting service to a body corporate, something like Infosys, Wipro. Then the body corporate recipient, they are liable to pay GST under RCM. Here, the service provider, he should be a non-body corporate, and the service is renting a motor vehicle with the operator. The GST charge will be 5% without ITC. Next. Most of the time, the bus owners, what they face is ITC challenge, input tax credit. One of the person was saying 5% tax, there is no ITC. But as per the GST law, when the taxation is at lesser rate, 5%, you cannot claim any ITC. And there was some request from some of the members, if you can forward through your association, we will try to bring it to the notice of GST Council. Sorry. So ITC available if services are procured from another provider in the same line of business. Next. Exemption. For non-AC, it is exempted. For AC, it is 5%. Service by way of transportation of passengers by non-air conditions, that is exempted. Next. 2 important circulars are there, Circular 177 and 206. Already we have incorporated these circulars in the FAQs. Next. From here on, I would like to elaborate more. The first question that was posed by the members is, who is required to register under the GST in the passenger transport sector? As you are aware, for a service sector, more than 20,000, if the turnover is there, then mandatorily they should obtain registration. And for any interstate supply, means if I am supplying from Karnataka to Maharashtra or Kerala, then I need to obtain registration. It is mandatory. If there is any RCM, reverse charge mechanism involved, then also registration is compulsory. The applicability to various operators, auto and e-rickshaw drivers. The services provided by auto rickshaws and e-rickshaws are exempted. Cab and taxi operators. If operating through an e-commerce platform, Ola and Uber, then the registration is mandatory. Here, if you are operating through Ola or Uber, the turnover limit is not there, 20 lakhs. You have to obtain registration. Small travel operators and single bus owners. If providing interstate service, small minibus operators, then they have to obtain registration. Fleet owners, obviously their turnover will be more and they would have obtained registration by now. Next. Why do some customers require invoice while others do not? Why do I require invoice? If I want to claim ITC, then it is required. If I don't want to claim ITC, invoice is not required. But it is mandatory to issue invoice. More than 200 rupees, a registered person, he shall issue invoice. Otherwise, penal provision comes into picture. So for unregistered customer, he may not require invoice, but it is the duty of the supplier. Scenario with travel agents. A registered travel agent booking bus service from a transport operator, he requires a tax invoice to claim ITC. Next question was, is GST applicable on expenses like fuel, toll, taxes paid during vehicle service? As you are aware, fuel is outside the purview of GST, so you cannot claim ITC on fuel. But if these taxes are collected separately by the bus owner, then the GST will not come into picture. If it collects all the amount as a lump sum amount, then it becomes a part of his turnover and it is taxable. Next. GST exemption already I have done. Less than 20 lakh service provider within the state, registration is not required, but beyond that it is required. Next. So there are certain slabs here. For non-AC it is exempt. For AC contract carriage, next slide please. For AC contract it is 5%. For transportation of passenger by motor vehicle with operator it is 5%. Renting of motor vehicle means I am providing entire vehicle for the company, then it is 18%. I can claim ITC on that. But if I am paying the fuel charge and everything, then it is 12%. Then also I can claim ITC. For radio taxi and similar service, it is 5% without ITC. For state carriage, AC buses, it is 5% without ITC. And for non-AC buses, it is exempted. Next slide. ITC on vehicle purchase. Section 17(5)(a) of the CGST Act clearly stipulates on what I can claim ITC. First and foremost thing is, it shall be in further supply of such vehicle and the transportation of passengers. Or if I am importing any training on driving such vehicles. If I procure a new bus, 28% ITC I can claim. If it is only on chassis, then 18% ITC I can claim. So very important is the person should have obtained GST registration and the vehicle must be used for providing taxable service. Next slide. Under what circumstances can GST registration be terminated or blocked? So here we have some voluntary cancellation or suo motu cancellation. Voluntary cancellation means if I stop the business or transfer the business to some other person, then voluntarily I can cancel the registration. Suo motu, sometimes or most of the time if there is a non-filer, the tax authorities, they themselves will cancel the registration. Blocking of registration. If the taxpayer has failed to file returns for 3 consecutive periods, 3 months or 2 quarters, then the system will automatically block his return. Next slide. Is GST payable on time even if customers delay payments? What are the penalties for delayed GST payment? Whether customer pays it or not. When the service is provided by the service provider, the liability will be on his side. It is not like that if it doesn't pay, what happens? So the GST liability arises, there is a time of supply, when the date of invoice is issued, when the payment is issued, or the invoice has been issued, earlier of these things. And if there is any default, then the penal provision comes into picture. So that will be 18%. So this is next slide. These are the PPT. I wanted to make it very simple. But what I would like to say is, for a bus operators, the taxation under GST is very, very simple. AC 5%, without AC exempted. Fully providing the vehicle it is 18%, If I am providing it a fuel and other thing, then it is 12%. So as our Justice Sir told, what we request is, if you are having a turnover during the festival season, please report it in our 3B. And finally discharge the GST on those transactions. With respect to the bus owners, there is another request. Actually, the bus is provided for the movement of passengers. But when other luggages are being carried, even though it is not taxable under GST, but that turnover has to be reported in the GST 3B. So with this, I conclude my session, and for further questionnaire, Mr. Rajesh will join. Thank you all.
Good evening. Sir, my name is Rajesh. I am working as a GST officer in the State GST office. Our Joint Commissioner has explained all information about Bus Transport Association, the challenges what you have faced. If you are having any doubts, any questions, because all representatives from different parts of state, from Andhra Pradesh and Puducherry, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, there have been a language barrier in there, and also the lacking of mode. So all the bus organization sector, they are coming from usually unorganized sector is there. So the people, first of all, if you are crossing 20 lakhs threshold, they have to get a registration. So once you get a registration, automatically one of the representatives from Tamil Nadu said that, sir, we have invested more than 2 crore for one bus. We are not able to take input like, what is this, sir? How can we have a capital call for us? You kindly provide a assistance for us to do any positive or inclusion for the issue. So what our Joint Commissioner said, you have to put before the information, before our State Commission of Commercial Tax, to put before the issue to the DSC Council, then DSC Council look after this issue. One thing I'm going to expect the fact, if I am running ABC Travels, I've been invested 1 crore worth on ABC Travels. So once become a Travels, I'm doing with AC facility is there, without AC facility is there. With AC facility is there, I'm providing a contract carrier, state carrier, the tax liability is 5% without input tax credit. If you are a registered person and if you are filing GST. Then point number 2, if you ABC Travels providing a buses on contract carriers to Infosys, Wipro or any other business institution, as an AC carrier is in a 5%, as a non-AC contract carrier is in an exemption. This point to be clearly noted. The point number 2, I am an ABC traveler, I had more than 3-4 buses. I am letting out the buses to another person for do the business in the form of rent. These are already expressed. Letting out the bus on account of rent or hiring, the tax rate is 18% with full input tax credit. In the same way, I am an ABC Travels. I will provide a driver along with fuel. I will completely fill the tank of the bus and give it to any other business institution. Such being the case, you are eligible to claim 12% with input tax credit. Our representative from Tamil Nadu, sir, has explained, sir, we are paying road permit, ID tax and other incurred expenses on road because we are not getting input tax credit. What our GST project says that if bus owner association being a registered taxable person offering a output tax, that means a taxable turnover you are reporting, then you are eligible to claim input tax credit. Being ABC driver, you are having a 3 counterpart. One is you are providing a AC contract or a non-AC contract, the state carrier. Another is letting out the buses to software company. Another one is a transporting of parcel goods. You please kindly note that bus is designed for only a carrying of passengers. But because of inevitable circumstances, to run the business, we are transporting the parcel, issuing a consignment note. What is the consignment note? The ABC travel, because I am an owner of the ABC travel, I have to issue a consignment for movement of the goods on road. Such a consignment issued on many number of parcels, those parcel related transactions are exempted. You need not worry about those transactions. Those transactions for which you need not pay any input tax credit. These are the specific challenges faced by the Bus Transport Association. First of all, especially if you are crossing 20 lakh threshold, then you have to get a registration. It's the first important point. After getting a registration, you have to file GST activity. If the process is there, then you have to sync with your auditor and chartered accountant, then you are trading the properly. If you are in any doubt from Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu and Puducherry and Karnataka and rest of the states, you please kindly raise it. If I understood your language barrier here, I get the support from our President of Bus Owners Association to resolve the issues. You please kindly raise your question.
I have two doubts. Please. One is, like ACAC has 5% of GST. Non-AC doesn't have the 5% of GST. But we are the corporate owners. We work for corporate companies, software companies. We provide non-AC services there and we provide AC services also. But for both we are paying taxes, 5%. But we are not paying it. This is, like reverse charge mechanism. That way we are only paying it. Company itself is paying. What we are doing is that we are doing the invoice. We are giving our GST number and the company GST number. We are filing it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You also have a very good question. I will clarify your doubts. The sir is an owner of one transport. What is the name of your transporter, sir? Nizam Cabs. Nizam Cabs is doing a rental cab is there as well as four-wheeler buses are there. The service providing a contract carrier or state carrier to one software company. It consists of AC as well as non-AC. You please kindly note that these carriers doesn't attract any reverse charge mechanism. The person who is transporting a goods on conveyances, that's in a lorry, auto, apparatus, to the registered person, that concerned registered person has to pay the tax through reverse charge mechanism. You kindly update it, sir. In respect of AC and non-AC, if you are discharging the taxes, you kindly enter into prior agreement, classify what type of service you provide in your software company. You see, sir, to this extent of numbers, I am entering into non-AC supply. This extent of number, I am entering into AC supply. For AC supplies, you have to discharge 5% without ITC. For non-AC supplies, you have to get exempted as per notification 12 of 2017 of CBIC. I will clarify. Yes, sir. That's right. I am a registered person software company. Mr. Nizam Cab is a supply of service provider. If Nizam Cab provided a GTA service, goods transport agency, that is a mistake, sir. If it is a cab, renting as a cab to body corporate companies, very logical and very smart distinguished feature is there. Renting as a cab to a body corporate, the private limited companies and LLPs companies. Such being the case, the person who is receiving a renting of a cab or any four-wheeler big motor vehicle service, then the registered person has to pay the tax through reverse charge mechanism. Okay? Have you clarified it, sir? Any doubts? Any doubts from any representative from different parts of India, from southern India? If any language barrier is there, you communicate with the president, sir, then we'll convert it to Kannada or English. You please clarify your doubt. Yes, sir. Sanjay, I am not understanding only English, Hindi and Kannada. So you kindly translate those issues or else kindly cooperate. Don't feel bad. Otherwise, you come over here, sir. It would be publicly addressed. You please come over here.
Sir, our is a travel agency from Hyderabad. We supply to different peoples for different rates in AC category and non-AC category. We are giving the rates and we are giving the bills. My auditor is saying for about 20 lakhs you are eligible for the GST. It is acceptable?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
More than 20 lakh?
Yeah. But you are saying just now for the non-AC there is no GST. This is the question. Because we are giving the billing for AC and non-AC buses. But turnover is about 20 lakhs. Turnover is 20 lakhs. Then GST is applicable?
GST, see.
Sir, keep on.
Sir, what sir has right question? Where are you from, sir?
Hyderabad. Alpha Travels.
Alpha Travels raised a very good question. I am providing an exempted service for non-AC carriers. Little bit I am providing a taxable service for AC carriers. Exempted service is more than 90% and the rest of the 10% is a taxable service. Therefore, why should I get GST registration? It's a very beautiful question. As per section 22 of the GST Act clearly states that if person exceeds 20 lakh turnover, the turnover consists of exempted turnover if it is 19 lakhs. If 1 lakh turnover is a taxable turnover, invariably our representative for Alpha Travel has to get a registration, sir.
Sir, so we have to pay the taxes for the 20 lakhs amount?
No. It is also one of the good questions, sir.
Yeah.
Out of 20 lakhs, 19 lakhs is an exempted turnover, only 1 lakh is a taxable turnover.
21 lakhs, sir? Or 21 lakhs?
Yes, 22 lakhs. I've given one more lakh addition.
Okay.
19 lakhs is an exempted turnover, 3 lakh is a taxable turnover, for which 3 lakhs he has to pay GST 5% without ITC. Out of 3 lakhs of our Alpha Travels representative have provided a AC service, that's a renting of vehicles to another software company, for which he has to pay 18% with ITC.
For about 21 lakhs?
Yes.
For the
Not for 21 lakhs, only for 3 lakhs. Only for 3 lakhs. Don't get confused.
Thanks.
Any questions? Any question from representative from different states? You please kindly raise your question and clarify your doubts, because please raise your doubts, because as we know that it's unorganized sector, whatever justice has said that you have to get a registration, you have to proper comply. One more our justice has said and joint commissioners has said, during festival, the transporter association, that is owner of the putting in an exorbitant price, whether it attracts GST or not. No doubt it doesn't attract GST. During festival, what type of buses we are operating? All are non-AC buses. When it is non-AC buses, if you put 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs exorbitant price, everything is an exempted. Only thing is you have to see the humanity and proper consideration to travel our passengers. Any questions? Please. You please come over here.
The last tour, I've heard from my friends, they have received notices for services provided maybe 3 years, 4 years, 5 years ago. For whatever reason they have received notice. Is there any time bound limit that after so many years notice cannot be issued?
Sir, it's most expected question. What we were expecting, is there any time frame to issue the notice? Definitely there is a time frame. For ಇವಾಗ ಯಾವ ಇಯರ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ 2000?
So, which year, sir?
Which year notice, sir? Yeah, generally under the GST Act, for any activity there will be a time frame. One of the question was 2017-18 I am receiving notice now. That was one of the question. 2017-18, 18-19, if the action has not been initiated, no notice can be given by any officer. If the action is already initiated, the order is precluded either under 73 or 74 section. Recovery action is initiated, only for that notice you are answerable. For the any other transaction for which 17-18, 18-19, 19-20, notice has not been issued, now no fresh notice cannot be issued. And for your client information, 73-74 ends up to 2023-24. 2024-25 onwards, we have new section 74A. It includes 73 and 74. What is this 73? What is 74? Generally, the books what you produce, either it will be before the audit officer under section 65. Please don't confuse audit and assessment. Audit is done under section 75, where your books of account will be verified by the officer. If there is any discrepancy, the quantification of tax will be made either under 73 or 74. But from last year onwards, a new section in substitute of 73-74 has been incorporated, and that is section 74A. Now, whether it is a willful fraud or without fraud, the time frame is fixed.
One more issue is there. The bus transporters usually when crossing a highway, express highway, state highway, they are paying toll charges. Toll charges as per GST, one notification is introduced, entry number 23. Those service by the way of accessing the toll or it's an exempted transaction. So it become a transaction value, but it is a non-AC carriages. It become an exempted. It become a AC carriage. It is a taxable. Whatever permit charges you paid, whatever entry tax you paid, whatever other charges paid, when it is incurred on your passenger for AC buses, it become a transaction value, it attracts GST 5%. One more issue is there for transporter association, for those who are carrying buses. You are linked with e-commerce operator. I think Go Ibibo, Make My Trip, Red Bus. I am on a Red Bus. Our Alpa Travels is a my customer. What we call Prashant sir is a customer. I am an e-commerce operator. Alpa Travels is my supply of service provider. If Prashant sir is being a customer, he is having 100 members to travel to New Delhi. Such being the case, he giving an order to me to the extent of 10 lakh, for which I will deduct GST at the rate of 18, that means the 5%. This is an e-commerce operator service. Mr. Alpa Travels, they have to declare as an exemption turnover because I am being an e-commerce operator, I am paying it through forward charge mechanism. You please kindly note it, those bus transporter owner association as linking with the e-commerce operator. If you are having any doubts, any questions, please write it from different deputy from state.
One more question.
You please come on.
Tamil language. I will explain. My friend is coming here. Sir has purchased buses and he has got input credit. Now he has also got other businesses. Can he use the input credit for other businesses? What type of business you are doing?
I am so many business in the one company, group of one company.
Like hotel.
I will explain. Hotel you are having now? What's your good name, sir?
Router.
Router. Yes. Our Router brother has expressed a very good question. He is doing a transport service along with he is doing a hotel business. He is seeing the good question. Sir, can I merge with both with this at one board? I want to do transport service business as well as a hotel business. For making a good compliance, you distinguish each other. for hotel restaurant service is a 5% without ITC. Don't club it your transport business. Otherwise, if you club it, automatically it will give a cumbersome foot for officer to get inspect your premises. Therefore, you have to get separate and make a proper complaint. No problem will occur. Okay, I think we feel that all of the representatives has clarified your doubt. With your kind permission, we shall close our event during this session.
If required, they can send a question.
If you are having any question, you kindly pass through our representatives of Bangalore Transport Owner Association. Thank you all. From our guest sir also. Sir.
Okay, dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, that was a lot of knowledge, question answers. I hope you got a lot of answers to your questions as well. So thank you to Mr. B. Nagaraja Rao. He is a Joint Commissioner of Commercial Taxes, Policy and Law, and also Mr. Rajesh, Commercial Tax Officer. So now it's time to felicitate these two great minds, right? I think they need a round of applause, right? It should be louder and should be audible outside people. Can we go in the bus now? Bus, please. We want to go in the bus now. I want to take everyone in the bus one ride. And can we have some special music, please? Can we have special music for the great minds?
ಸರ್ ಅನ್ನಿ ಸಂಘಾಲ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಂಘದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರುಗಳು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಈಗ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ರೆಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಏನು ನಾವು ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಮೂಲಕ ಇವಾಗ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರು 5 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಚೇರುಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡಲಿ, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಚೇರುಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರಲಿ. ಈಗ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರು ಆನ್ ದ ವೇ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ರಾಮಲಿಂಗಾರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಸಾಹೇಬರು. సో ఇమ్మీడియట్గా ನಾವು ఇది ಮಾಡೋಣ. అన్ని సంఘాల అధ్యక్షులు దయచేసి వేదికపై రావాలని కోరుతున్నాను. ಎಲ್ಲ అసోసియేషన్ తలైవర్ ప్లీజ్ కమ్ ఆన్ ద డయాస్. ನೀನು ಬಸ್ ಹೊಡೆಬೇಡ.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗೋಣಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ರೌಂಡು. ಬಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ದ ಬಸ್. So welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, for Payana 2025, connecting South India. Now requesting all the presidents from various organizations to requesting you to be present on the stage, please. It's time to honor the presidents of various bus organizations. To come on the stage, please. Music.
అధ్యక్షులు గోవిందరాజు గారు దయచేసి వేదిక పైన రావాలి. ఇలంగోవన్ సార్ kindly come on the dais. Pandian sir and Nizamuddin sir, please come on the dais. All presidents of the association, please come on the dais. Radhakrishna Holla, Nagendra Babu, Telangana Tours and Travels Owners Association, Gopal Reddy garu దయచేసి తెలంగాణ కాంట్రాక్ట్ క్యారేజ్ బస్ ఓనర్స్ ఆపరేటర్స్ అసోసియేషన్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ ప్లీజ్. ఏపీ టూరిస్ట్ బస్ ఓనర్స్ అసోసియేషన్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ ప్లీజ్. కాకినాడ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ టూరిస్ట్ బస్ ఓనర్స్ అసోసియేషన్ మన కాకినాడ, దయచేసి బయట ఉండేవాళ్ళు కాకినాడ టూరిస్ట్ బస్ ఓనర్స్ అసోసియేషన్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ దయచేసి రండి. ఆల్ ఆమ్నిబస్ ఓనర్స్ ఆపరేటర్స్ అసోసియేషన్ ఓకే పాండ్యన్. అన్బళగన్ సార్ కాకినాడ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ టూరిస్ట్ బస్ ఓనర్స్ అసోసియేషన్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ ప్లీజ్ కమ్ సార్. Madurai Omnibus Welfare Owners Association, Sharavanan, please come on the dais. Madurai Omnibus Travels Owners Welfare Association, Coimbatore Omnibus Owners Association and Travels Association. Murthy sir, number 1 Travels, Murthy sir, please kindly come on the dais. Sir, Minister Vandir garu ipa ಅವರು ಹೊರತಕ್ಕೆ ಮುನ್ನಾಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂದ ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಆಗணும். ಕೈಂಡ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತಾನೋ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಗಿಟ್ಟ ಒಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್, ಇದು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸರ್, ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಆಗணும். ಅವರು ಹೊರ ಮುನ್ನಾಡಿ ಇದು ಆಗணும். ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೆ ಅವ್ರು ಬರೋದಲ್ಲ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಲೀಸ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೋ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ವೇಲೂರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಬಸ್ ಓನರ್ಸ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಗೋವಿಂದರಾಜ್ ಸರ್, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಗೋವಿಂದರಾಜ್ ಸರ್, ವೇಲೂರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಬಸ್ ಓನರ್ಸ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್. ಆಲ್ ಆಮ್ನಿಬಸ್ ಓನರ್ಸ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ President, all Omnibus Owners Association. Contract Carriage Bus Owners Community, CCO, he has already signed. Trichy Bus Distance Omnibus Owners Association, Trichy. Mr. Raju sir, ಹೆಂಗಿರಿಕ್ರಿಗೆ ಸರ್, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು வெளியே இருக்கிறீங்க உள்ளே வாங்க ಪ್ಲೀಸ್. ಇದನ್ನು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟನ್ನು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬ ಅಂತ. ಅಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟನ್ನು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮುಗೀತೀನಿ ಒಂದು 2 ನಿಮಿಷ. Karnataka State Travel Operators Association, Mr. Radhakrishna Holla. Contract Carriage Operators Federation, Central State College ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅವರ ಜೊತೆ 3 ಸೀಟ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ ಒಂದು